So in this one, if you look at the directions, it says find the limit if it exists. If the limit does not exist, then find two paths in the xy plane that produce different limit values in order to verify that it does not exist. So I'm thinking, my gut says it probably doesn't exist. Because I don't see any easy way to show what the limit is using the tricks that you learned basically in Calc 1. So that's just what I'm saying. Now, if you looked at the video, you could make a chart in Excel, or by hand you could do it and look at different paths on the chart. But I'm going to forego that and just go with my intuition and pick a couple paths that I think will work here. So I'm going to hopefully show that it doesn't exist. So if you show that you get a different limit on two different paths, the limit does not exist. That's all you need. So now you can't use this technique to prove that a limit does exist, only that it doesn't, okay? No, because you'd have to do it on every possible path, which is impossible to do because there's always an infinite number of paths. So I'm going to pick path, usually taking either the x or y axis is helpful. So I'm going to pick a path. Equation-wise, what's the equation of, say, the x-axis? What's the value of y on the x-axis? So how about y equals 0? Let's take the path. So what do I mean when I say take the path? We're going to let x and y be values on the line y equals 0, which is the x-axis. And we're going to take the limit that way. We're going to take the limit on that path on the x-axis 2, 0, 0, right? So if that's your path, then I guess it'd make more sense to put the colon after that. So path y equals 0. Then what does this limit become? It becomes the limit x comma, well, y is 0. So how about x comma 0? The limit as x0 approaches 0, 0. Of 3x squared over 2x squared plus y squared. Now, what is y squared? So you can go ahead and plug it in right now if you want. Now, can you see what's going to cancel? The x squareds will cancel. I don't really need that plus 0 squared there. And I think you can see right away that's going to be just the limit of 3 halves, the constant 3 halves, right? Which the limit of a constant is the constant. Does that make sense? Now I see x squared in the numerator. I see a 2x squared plus a y squared in the denominator. I'll bet if I just let y equal x, I'll get something nice as well. So let's take that as our second path. So let's take the path y equals x, which means this limit becomes the limit. Okay, y is x as x approaches 0, 0. Okay, so that makes, the numerator doesn't change. 3x squared. What does the denominator become? 2x squared plus x squared. Be nice to see that, right? And then that's the limit as x approaches 0, 0 of just what? 3x squared over 3x squared, which I think we can think of as just 1, right? What's the limit of 1? Okay. I'm no expert, but 3 halves doesn't equal 1. Right? I'm pretty sure. So, oh, wait. So you got two different limits on two different paths. Therefore, the limit does not exist.